Notice that the titles of your stories are enigmatic. There's the new science, said with some irony, I feel. In the long run, which is Champion's kind of misplaced confidence in himself and his kind of myriad of harebrained plans. And then Mar Vista is a street that doesn't face the ocean.
Yeah.
Purple Sage, is about a plant that the characters never seen. And I like that these titles, for me, they felt like they were sly and they related to the core themes diagonally. Even the titular story is this kind of anthem of the young and dumb, and then yeah, it ends up turning into this story that achieves a kind of epic uniqueness. How do you decide on a story's title?
Well, early on, I had a professor at the University of North Dakota named John Little.
Hmm.
John Little was a real character. Like he drove a convertible all year round with a top down, even in 30 below weather. And he was from Mississippi. And he's the only person I ever knew whose accent got stronger every year he was away from home. And it got to the point where you couldn't understand him at all. But he had this. He taught fiction writing, and he always said, "Bad title, bad story."
Hmm. Hmm.
And I took that to heart.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't seen a lot of evidence that that's true, but I've always been very particular about titles, and I want titles to sort of be unique and fresh.
Hmm.
And but I don't usually title a story until I'm finished with it because
Hmm.
when I write a story, I'll think that the story is about X.
Hmm.
And as I revise it and work on it, I'll realize, yes, it's about X, but it's also about Y and Z.
Hmm.
And I don't usually know what a story is really about until I'm finished with it and I've done a lot of revision. So that's the point when I'll try to look for a title that will kind of relate to what the story is really about.
Hmm.
It'd be very rare for me to have a title right away on the page and then underneath it write a story. I usually have to kind of be confident I know what it's about and then try to find a title that works. And I also, I used to kind of fancy myself as being good at titles. I know in graduate school, other writers would sometimes want me to give them a title
Hmm.
for their story, and I felt kind of like a big shot. Like blessing them with like a pope blessing them with a title. You know, there it is. 13 buns. That's your title.